Game over! Exclamation mark. Tesla's insane new partnership with Toyota. So this is the video that we will be watching today. This is from May 8th, 2021. So it is 2 months back. Electric vehicle is within the domain that I am interested in, so I have to watch this one. Without further ado, let's watch.
Toyota and Tesla are the latest automakers to be linked together. While they appear to be radically different in their DNAs, we are told a partnership could be in the works between the two companies.
We are told, so this is not confirmed.
Nothing has been confirmed yet, but Korean reporter Choi Won-seok claims talks between Toyota and Tesla are approaching final stages.
So nothing has been confirmed. So I'm not sure because this is already 2 months later. But anyway, let's see what's the news is all about.
In the rumored partnership, the two auto giants will work together to develop an electric platform for a small SUV. Toyota is expected to do all the hardware work on the vehicle platform, while Tesla will supply the electronic control platform software that will run the platform. Choi Won-seok reported the news in Korean newspaper Chosun Ilbo. He claims to have sources from somebody in the know in the Japanese auto industry. The reporter has a reputation for having a nose for news. Also, at face value, the parts each party is reported playing plays to their strengths individually. Toyota is well regarded for its cars that are easy to maintain and very safe to use, while Tesla's software and tech gadgetry design chops is the talk of the town. Two companies within the same industry can't be further apart from Toyota and Tesla though. Toyota is a legacy automaker attempting to break into the EV segment. Toyota is not even willingly switching to EVs as claimed by some industry observers. The Japanese giant's hand was forced, which could be seen in its latest response to the EV revolution, despite being an early player in the e-mobility segment. That in part could be put down to the feelings of the top brass at Toyota towards EVs. The CEO of Toyota, Akio Toyoda, is on record as claiming electric vehicles are overhyped because they still get their batteries charged from power plants that release emissions.
Okay, so that's the thing, right? I think Japan is in a specific situation where the last time I visit, we did take a look at the EV and the level of adoption there, because I think they are quite early in the game in the sense that the availability of the car. But because of the power generation issue, and I think when the nuclear power plant have the problem, so that causes a real problem to them in the sense that when they leave behind the nuclear power plants, so they have to go back to maybe coal power plant or something. Hence, the using of electricity is not really green. Hence, that's why some people speculate that they might want to go to hydrogen car much more, because then they can just import the hydrogen. Because to import electricity, you have to have like a submarine cable, etc. It's much more pricier, I would think, than just ship the hydrogen from elsewhere that can produce it, and then it becomes imported like fuel nowadays, right? So that's the thing. I'm not sure is there any recent development with regard to that, but if there's no development in terms of the production of the electricity, that's the issue.
Another executive revealed that a conscious decision was made to channel all battery resources towards hybrids. The result was
Wait, it says hydrogen there, right? Hybrids and hydrogen. The video focused on hybrid, but I think the hydrogen fuel cell is one of the main push also in Japan, because of the reason I have said earlier.
To channel all battery resources towards hybrids. The result was Toyota doubled down on hybrids and hydrogen-fueled vehicles at the expense of purely electric models. Tesla, on the other hand, is the poster boy for EVs, particularly BEVs. The company has always had the vision to get all non-electric vehicles off the road.
Why does Tesla exist? Why are we making electric cars? Why does it matter? It's because it's very important to accelerate the transition to sustainable transport. It really is. This is really important for the future of the world.
Another
sustainable transport. Yeah, that makes sense in the sense of when, for example, in Europe you have renewable energy become more and more dominant, right? So basically, if all the electricity or almost all of the electricity coming from green sources, wind, what else, solar or whatever, then it is green, meaning electric vehicle will be green. But that's the challenge with perhaps Japan, when the concern, safety concern about nuclear power plant become a factor, as well as here in Malaysia, where renewable energy, I hope tidal wave renewable energy will become a thing here, because in terms of solar it will have to take a lot of space, and in terms of wind we do not have that much potential, I think, in Malaysia.
Another fundamental difference is in the MOs of these two companies. Toyota's business model is to introduce new concepts and features gradually and improve on them. It may result in a slower pace of progress, but it encourages clarity and product roadmap. Tesla, on the other hand, is the type of company to push the boundaries of what is possible. Their cars are crammed with the latest tech like cameras and sensors. Tesla is the company that will use your weight and height to determine precisely how airbags should deploy during a crash.
Tesla, we even update the software to improve how the airbags deploy. So we'll calculate, are you an adult? Like, how much do you weigh? Are you sitting in this part of the seat or that part of the seat? Are you maybe a baby? Are you a toddler? Are you...
Based on the weight?
Yeah.
So the seat...
not just the weight, but the pressure distribution on the seat. So we're measuring the pressure distribution. Are you sitting on the edge of your seat? Are you a 5th percentile female, a 95th percentile male? The airbag firing will be different depending upon where you're sitting on the seat and what size you are and what your orientation is.
Really?
Yeah. And we'll update it over the air.
He said what your orientation is.
So it even gets better over time.
Tesla is also at the forefront of autonomous driving, sometimes pitching it against regulatory authorities. So, despite operating in the same industry, a partnership between Toyota and Tesla comes as a bit of a surprise to most industry observers. The two companies, however, have been able to put their differences aside and work together in the past. Toyota was actually one of the first investors in Tesla, but has since sold off all its Tesla shares.
As Mr. Musk mentioned, Tesla and Toyota agreed on partnership, including such areas as the development of electric vehicles. In addition, Toyota has decided to invest in Tesla.
Tesla also supplied the powertrain for Toyota's RAV4 in 2012. The partnership ended in 2014. Apparently, the personal relationship between the two CEOs survived unscathed, so that the partnership could be resumed at any time. Frankly speaking, Toyota has a lot of catching up to do when it comes to purely electric vehicles. After having squandered the lead it got from releasing the iconic Prius hybrid, it is now reading the handwriting on the wall and deciphered that BEVs are the future of mobility. It may not be too late for a company the size of Toyota, but it certainly needs all the help it can get. With this joint venture with Tesla, Toyota can cut down the resources and time required to amass the experience needed to compete on the tech front. Toyota's ECU and OS simply do not stand a chance against what Tesla offers. What we do not know, however, is how this rumored partnership is going to affect Toyota's overall EV strategy. Toyota has recently announced it is turning on the fire hose, promising more than 70 new models that will be free of hydrocarbon-based fuels before 2025. 15 of these are slated to be purely electric. We even have info about the branding of the EVs. Toyota is using the BZ name, meaning Beyond Zero, referring to the fact that there will be no carbon emissions. The first model, the BZ4X, has been revealed at the Shanghai Auto Show, and we know to expect it this year in Japan and China and globally in 2022. In what might be seen as Toyota's willingness to pursue partnerships in its quest for greater relevance in e-mobility, the BZ series will be based on the e-TNGA EV platform, which was jointly developed with Subaru. Toyota actually has a small stake in Subaru. e-TNGA is touted to be a flexible platform that will allow Toyota to bring out new EVs quickly and at lesser costs. It already has many of the features found in EVs and more, including all-wheel drive, improved visibility, and regenerative braking system. It also features what is called steer-by-wire. This means instead of being physically connected to the steering wheel, the front wheels turn based on electronic signals received.
All of these are already, the technology that is not that new, right? Because it is not an issue of, obviously it is easier when it is EV, I guess, because everything is electronic. But that technology itself, it doesn't depend on the powertrain, right? What did I say? Meaning that you can have the steering system as such. Okay, my daughter is turning out the light.
A modified e-TNGA, the platform Toyota is bringing to this rumored partnership with Tesla? Or will it make a completely new one to hit the lower price tag? Despite having a reputation for selling cars and higher price tags, Tesla has long talked about making a cheaper electric car. The CEO, Elon Musk, wants EVs to achieve price parity with ICEs as soon as possible. He believes EVs will become more prevalent when that happens.
But if that is the issue, right, then the priority would go to battery, right? Because that's the big chunk of the cost right now. So I'm not sure the partnership with Toyota is a solution to that. Because the other part that Toyota is, of course, having established infrastructure, is not the majority of the cost.
Tesla famously attempted to make a cheap car out of the Model 3, but apparently had to bow to the laws of economics. Musk eventually conceded that lower battery cost is needed to reach the goal. Tesla, however, is serious enough about making a $25,000 car that it has set up labs in China to work out how, according to head of Tesla China, Tom Zhu. And that would be Tesla's first R&D center outside the US. This deal with Toyota.
First R&D out of the US. So meaning that the plant in China that is already existing for Tesla is just manufacturing, is it?
May well be a shortcut for the American company. Toyota has a lot of experience from making mid-range to budget models. If it can bring that to the table, Musk may have his dream $25,000 EV sooner than we anticipate. The partnership is rumored to produce a base for a small electric SUV, a good candidate for the post of cheap Tesla car. A collaboration with Toyota would also help Tesla with sales in the former company's home country. Tesla currently moves about 1,000 units in Japan yearly. That number could shoot up when Toyota's cred is involved.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, I'm so sorry for all this noise because so that's the reality of staying at home right now, right? And I don't have an office in this home. This is the living room, hence you can see. Anyway, I think I have to wrap this up ASAP. Okay, so that's it. Basically nothing is confirmed. It is still a rumor. So there's nothing much to comment there except because it doesn't really address the reasoning with the battery, right? Who owns the because China is those that control the battery resources. I think the better merger is with the China, I think. Anyway, hopefully you can still hear my voice, but thank you for watching. See you next time.